Hello. I am so glad you are here. Taking a quiet moment to pause, to slow down, and to listen gently to yourself. Life is not always filled with laughter. Some mornings, you may wake up and feel a little heavy inside, without knowing exactly why. Just a quiet tiredness, a soft sadness, a silence you cannot quite name. But please, do not worry. These feelings are natural. We all have days like this. What matters is not rushing past them, but softly walking through, to let each new day, whether light or tender, still be a gift when you choose to greet it with kindness towards yourself. So today, let us begin together. Gently open the door to a new day, and discover simple ways to keep your heart glowing with positivity and light. Some mornings, you wake up, yet you do not rush to leave the warmth of your bed. It is not because you are sad, nor because you are tired. It is simply because you are not quite ready to begin the day. You stay there, letting time slow down, listening to your own breath, allowing your mind to wander through gentle, undefined thoughts. There is no urgency, no clear direction, just quiet stillness. And in that stillness, your heart may feel strangely empty. You continue doing familiar things, making tea, tidying up the house, glancing at old photos. Yet deep inside, you know that today, you do not feel completely okay. Not exactly sad, not entirely lonely, just slowed down, softly paused, as if your soul wishes to stop, even for a little while. In those moments, you may quietly ask yourself, what am I doing? Why do I feel this way? And then, gently, you realize there does not always have to be an answer. Not every morning must be perfect. Not every day needs to be filled with energy. Sometimes, simply admitting, today, I need to take it easy, is enough. That gentle acceptance becomes a precious gift you offer to yourself. Because all of us have days like this. Days when the heart longs to slow down, to step away from the rush of the world. Yet, in those quiet pauses, you find a chance to truly listen to yourself, to understand that positivity does not always come with loud laughter. Sometimes, it begins softly, in letting yourself slow down, in taking a deeper breath, in offering a tender smile to yourself, even when no one else is watching. Light does not always arrive in bright bursts. Sometimes, it sneaks in quietly, enough to remind you that no matter how today feels, you are still okay. Even on the dullest of days, you can still welcome the light, in your own gentle and beautiful way. After gently accepting how you truly feel, you may quietly wonder, so, how can I feel a little lighter today? The answer does not always appear right away. Because on some days, positivity does not arrive instantly. It does not knock loudly at your door. It does not rush in like magic. Sometimes, it simply waits quietly, hoping you will be gentle enough to notice it. It may come when you choose to take a slow, deep breath, when you let the morning light softly fill your quiet room, or when you take a small sip of warm tea. Letting yourself forget, even for a moment, all the things you need to do. There is no need to hurry. No need to push yourself to feel positive right now. Positivity, sometimes, is simply about allowing yourself to be. To slow down. To breathe. When you stop forcing yourself to be okay right away, you create space for calmness and true light to find you. And little by little, you will begin to see that even in the quietest of days, soft moments are quietly blooming. These are the tiny seeds of positivity. Gentle. Natural. Always there, waiting for you to welcome them. When you become gentle enough to listen to yourself, you may realize positivity does not always arrive on its own. Some days, it needs to be softly planted by you, through small yet deeply caring acts. It might be taking a few quiet moments to write in your journal, listing simple things you are grateful for. Nothing grand. Perhaps just, today, I smiled at myself. Or it could be preparing a simple meal, with no rush or pressure. Just to remind yourself, I deserve kindness, even from me. Sometimes, it is sending a small message to someone you care about. Not for any special reason. Just to say, wishing you a gentle day. These simple acts, though small, hold quiet power to nourish your inner world. Because each time you connect with yourself or others in kindness, you create little beams of light. Gentle beams that quietly gather, softly easing the emptiness or heaviness inside. And so, day by day, you will feel your heart becoming warmer, more at peace, and positivity will naturally find its way to you, like an old friend who has been patiently waiting all along. Even though you have learned to be gentle with yourself, even though you have started to nurture positivity through simple moments, there will still be days when everything feels heavy. Days when, no matter how deeply you breathe, your heart does not feel light. Days when silence feels thick, and you quietly ask yourself, do these little things really matter? That is when your inner light needs your patience the most. Not through forcing it to shine brightly, but simply by not letting it fade away. Maybe you just sit quietly, allowing yourself to feel the heaviness without judgment. Maybe you softly whisper to yourself, today is hard, but I am still here. Your presence, in that very moment, is how you protect that tiny flame inside. You do not need grand actions, just patience, and trust that tomorrow, the light will have another chance to glow. Because true positivity is not only about smiling on easy days, it is also about gently holding onto the small light within, and softly saying, I will be okay, even on the cloudiest days. After all the quiet days, after learning to be patient with yourself, something becomes clearer. Positivity is not something random that comes and goes. It needs to be gently nurtured, every day. Little by little. You can start with simple things. Placing your hand on your chest and softly asking, what do I need today to feel a little better? Maybe it is a few quiet moments where you simply breathe and let go of worries. Maybe it is spending time on a small joy, writing, drawing, or listening to music you love. Sometimes, reconnecting also means giving yourself permission to do nothing at all. No pressure to be busy. No need to achieve anything. In those moments of stillness, you may touch a deeper peace. You may remember. You can always return to yourself, no matter how yesterday felt. Let each day become a gentle journey. A moment where you choose to come back to you. Softly. Naturally. With love. Because the more you reconnect with yourself, the more you realize the light you have been seeking has always been here, within you. This journey today may not offer clear answers, but sometimes what we truly need is not a solution, but simply space. Space to breathe. Space to listen. And space to come closer to ourselves. Life after 50 may move a little slower. It may feel a little deeper. But that also means you now have more time to reconnect, to love, and to gently brighten the small moments each day. It is okay if you have not found complete joy today. It is okay if there are still quiet spaces within you. Because every day, just by choosing to stay with yourself, with patience and kindness, that alone is enough. Thank you for spending this precious moment here with Heart of Calm. If today's sharing touched your heart, feel free to subscribe. So whenever you need a place to return to, we will always be here, ready with gentle stories and soft, steady breaths. Until then, I look forward to seeing you again in the next peaceful journey.